scripture here in Acts, the first chapter, verse 8. And it reads, "But you shall receive power when the Ruach HaKodesh has come upon you, and you shall be a witness in Jerusalem and Judah and Samaria and to the ends of the earth." So the question is, how would this gospel be spread? And to put this in context, they're in Jerusalem. These are Hebrew Israelites speaking here. How would this gospel be spread throughout the earth? Okay. I'm gonna flip the screen real quick. This is Matthew 28:19 and Matthew 28 verse Matthew the 28th chapter 19 and 20. "Therefore go and instruct all nations, immersing them or baptizing them in the name of the in my name, teaching them to guard or to keep that I have commanded you, and see, I am with you always until the end of the earth." Okay, so now we got two scriptures. We got Matthew 28:19 and 20, and we've got Acts the first chapter, uh, verse 8. And he says that this gospel will be spread throughout the whole earth. And in its context, Yeshua in Matthew 28 was talking to the disciples in Jerusalem. And over here in Acts 1 and 8, you had disciples uh, talking about basically the same thing that Yeshua said, how the gospel will be spread. Okay. Now, how would it get spread throughout the earth? Well, let's go over to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and I will flip the screen. Deuteronomy 28:68, "And Yahuwah will bring you back into Mizraim or Egypt in ships by the way which I spake to you, and you shall see it no, and you shall never see it again. And there you shall be sold to your enemies as male and female slaves." See that? Now, watch this. Now, after you get scattered, let me get over to Zechariah, the 10th chapter, and verse 9. "Though I sold you among many people, they shall remember me in far places away, and they shall live together with their children, and they shall return to me." So after the Most High scattered his people into all nations through the transatlantic slave trade, he is saying here, they will remember me from far countries. They will come to themselves and they will remember what they are supposed to do and who they are. That is why you see this Hebrew Israelite awakening, because he is doing something spiritually among his people, waking us up, fulfilling prophecy. We are remembering him for far nations. Let's go over to Exodus, the 19th chapter, and then they're going to remember what their job is after they wake up in these faraway countries. And I'm sorry about my notes and all that, but and it says here, Exodus 19 and 6, uh, "And now, if you will diligently obey my voice and guard my covenant, then you shall be, I'm sorry, and you shall be a treasure possession uh, above all nations of people. And you shall be to me a ring of priests and a holy nation." So after his people are scattered, I'm going to flip the screen. So to fulfill the prophecies of the gospel being taught through all nations, that means all over the world. That means that those Hebrew Israelites somehow, some way would have to be scattered throughout the whole earth so they can fulfill this prophecy. Now, how did they get scattered throughout the whole earth? The transatlantic slave trade, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Then Zechariah 10 and 9 says that they will wake up and they will remember me in these faraway countries, and they will remember who they are, and they will look in the book and they will know what their job is or what their assignment is. What is their assignment? Exodus 19 and verse 6. It says that they will be a nation of priests. Priests enforce and they teach the laws, the statutes, and the commandments of the Most High. That's what they do. That is fulfilling the prophecy of being the gospel being spread throughout the nations, because he only gave the laws, statutes, and commandments to one people. He gave it to Jacob and his descendants. And I can show you that if you give me just a second. Flip the screen. Psalms 147. Psalms 147 in verse 19 and 20. Declaring the word to Jacob and his laws and his right rulings to Israel. He has not done so with any nation. See that? So that's why it's important for us to understand who we are, because he only gave his laws and statutes and commandments to the Israelites. And it's our job according to Exodus 19 and 6, because we are his priests who woke up in these lands, and we understand what our job is and who we are, and this is how we are supposed to teach to other people, those who will accept it. A lot of people will not accept the gospel and the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High simply because of the hatred in their heart, because of what I look like and what his chosen people look like. And I really don't, I really, at this particular day and time, because we're in the end time prophecies are being filled, we are in very dangerous and perilous times, and it's only going to get worse. So for a person to hate what someone else looks like and miss out on salvation and their soul being secured because they don't like the way that somebody looks, I didn't choose to be a Israelite. That is what's in my blood. Israelites is blood. It's not a religion. The Bible is not a religion. First and foremost, white folks took the Bible and turned it into all of these religions. If you look it up for yourself, who made these religions, you will find that they did. The Bible is not a book about religion. It is an ancient book about the Hebrew Israelites and prophecies that are still happening to this day. But like I said, many people will reject this type of message simply because it goes against their teachings, because they have hatred in their hearts and they can't believe that the Most High would use melanated people, the scum of the earth, the people who's been put on the bottom, treated horribly, all kind of atrocities. They don't believe that the Most High would actually choose these people to do His will to help other people to be saved. So, say what you want, say what you will, believe what you want, believe what you will. But regardless if you believe or not, it will not stop the prophecies. I'm just here to help. I'm not here to spew no hate. I hate what He hates. I hate what the Most High hates, and I love what He loves. Period. So I hope you can receive this. Peace and blessings to you on this Sabbath. Shalom.